Hey, all right, welcome back to Raff's Brain, a show about things that are interesting to me. I am your host, Rob Raffety. It's time, my friends, my fans, my tens of loyal listeners across the land. Yes, that's right, another episode of Walk and Talk. It's been a while, my friend. It's been a long while, months perhaps. The Walk and Talk has been supplanted, it seems, by another rhyming title known as the Drive and Jive. I kind of like the Drive and Jive because I could just sit in my car and get from point A to point B and pontificate, prognosticate, elucidate. It's a fun time. But I'm feeling motivated tonight. What happened? Let me tell you what happened. I just finished, believe it or not, a 5K jog. Was there some walking involved? Possibly. Speaking of walking, I need to hit my steps up. I'm going to hit my watch here. I got to make sure I count these things, dude. I'm on a good schedule. Outdoor walk. I just finished the outdoor run, which was really a jog. I don't believe in running. I believe in jogging. But yeah, man, I just got back. And here's the thing, I didn't just do a 5K, I raw dogged it. Have you heard this term? I love it, dude. I talk about raw dogging all the time now. I think it initially has a certain innuendo that we don't want to discuss, but I'm using it in the context of like when you do something without any distractions. So I feel like the most common terminology now is to raw dog a flight. That's a very brave and bold thing to do. How many of you have ever raw dogged an entire flight? That is, you don't have earbuds, you don't have a book, you don't watch movies, you just sit there and stare at the seat front and back, and back of you right there for the entire flight. That's crazy. I don't think I could ever raw dog a flight. But I did just raw dog a 5K. This is the first time I've done that in a long time, man. I gotta be 100% honest with you. The invention of earbuds and Bluetooth totally transformed my approach to exercise. I've gotta have music. I've gotta have a podcast. I've gotta have something to distract me from the pain, the agony, the discomfort, this just terrible experience that I'm enduring. And that's I'll tell you what, I'm not alone in that. Everyone out there that I see in my neighborhood walking around, getting their steps in, they're all doing it with headphones and earbuds and earmuffs. What the heck is this? It's like am I mowing the lawn? Am I blowing leaves over here? Get with the program, people. Back in the day, it wasn't that long ago, only a few decades ago, when I used to run a lot more than I do now, I would just go out on a jog without anything. I was the raw dog king. I didn't even know it. I was raw dogging before that was even a thing, dude. It was the norm. Everyone was raw dogging. It wasn't even that special. So I guess what I'm saying is I felt kind of motivated. I might start raw dogging my exercise routines. That would be something else. I challenge anyone out there, the tens of loyal listeners, the Raff's Brain podcast, those of you who are into fitness and exercise, just give it a shot and then let me know how it goes. I'll be very curious to hear your take on the experience. I think it's very unpopular. And I understand it. It's not easy, man. I've conditioned myself to have distractions, music, podcast, chitter chatter, just anything to distract me. But today, when I was running around the neighborhood, just had the beautiful sounds of North Arlington, Virginia, the ambient chirping of birds and the blowing of leaf blowers. Who's blowing leaves at 6 o'clock at night? I feel like from 8 in the morning to 8 at night, there's a leaf blower that you can hear, and from my back porch. There's got like a 65% chance you're going to hear it for at least 30% of the time you're outside. It's a very fascinating thing, and I noticed there's a guy running for Arlington Council. It's like his this is how like first world we're in here. This is part of his platform. You know, it's like super progressive, which is fascinating. Free healthcare, you know, free groceries, ban leaf blowers. I mean, I'm almost tempted to support that out of principle, but I don't. But my principle would be against banning things, except, you know, at a certain point as I get older, I'm like, why don't I want to be top down and control? Why don't I want to take out the things that I don't like? People are always attacking the things I like. Let's just take them out. Let's just all ban each other until there's nothing left. Sounds like a plan. I mean, if we're gonna go down, let's go down swinging. Just kidding. I would never want to ban most things. I just feel like that's not the path, my friends. I still believe in a free and open society. I know it's very unpopular these days. Oh, enough about that. I don't have so much I want to talk about here. I'm not going to talk for too long, but I had a couple, I don't want to call it breakthroughs. That would be an exaggeration. But I had a little bit of a epiphany. That's an epiphany is more significant than a breakthrough. So I don't know why I'm using these terms. My English, my diction has been very off. I'm still catching my breath very candidly from that raw dog 5K. It took it out of me. My brain's still catching up. I'm already slow to begin with, so this is not easy. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to try to get an episode in, but I don't care. What's the point? What was I saying? I had like a little insight this week that I think is going to help transform my approach to Raff's brain in a way that's beneficial for me in terms of using it as an accountability mechanism to foster my creative productivity, which is slacking and lagging and woefully deficient of late. It's pathetic, frankly. I have no excuses, dude. Oh, I have all these ideas. I've tried to like track them down. I actually walked around my backyard the other night, stream of consciousness style. I was tempted to post this, but I didn't because it's so bananas. I was out for about an hour. I said, I'm going to aggregate all the little threads of ideas, the kernels and seeds of screenplays and feature films and, you know, social series, all the ideas that I have. I'm going to start just spouting them off, capturing books, other things, other ideas that I have, right? Let's aggregate it all and organize it. I'm telling you, it was a very useful exercise. It was fun to kind of brain dump, man. I haven't done that in a while. Just to crack your head open and let it all out. And so I recorded that. I didn't video it. I just audio recorded it. It was a good hour and a half. I was walking around my backyard, talking to myself like a rambling idiot, much like now, but a lot less coherent. And once I got going, it was just pouring out of me. All the different creative ideas, plot lines, characters, story arcs, concepts, formats. It was a lot of fun. And then I took that audio recording and I uploaded it to Otter, O-T-T-E-R, which is a cool platform that takes audio files and transcribes them in like 5 minutes. It's insane. Take that transcript, upload it to ChatGPT with some specific prompts to help capture and organize this transcript in a way that's coherent. All right, so it did that. That gave me about, I don't know, like 25 to 30 distinct project ideas that I had kind of like just teased out and mentioned there and over that hour and a half conversation. From there, and then, by the way, these run the gamut. These are like fictional podcast concepts, books, feature films, web series, one-man shows. I mean, any type of creative product that I could imagine, I was spouting off and just like rambling, and ChatGPT organized it all, compiled it until like I got about 25, 30 different concepts. And then I really started tweaking and like engaging in a conversation with the bots about like, okay, help me think through which of these concepts and ideas would be, how do I think about prioritizing these things? So, because I have a sense that I chase shiny objects, dude. All I want to do is like go with the muse, whatever's on my mind, go with what inspires me in the moment. And that's fun and somewhat fulfilling, but it's very fleeting. It doesn't lead to accomplishment. So what I've concluded is I'm going to try something different. You know, it's like Einstein said. I think he's attributed with this phrase. What if it's not his phrase? I don't know, but he said something like, what's the definition of insanity? Is that right? What's the definition of absurdity or insanity? I don't know. What do you think it is? I think the definition is, are you talking about the medical textbook definition or your sort of colloquial definition, Mr. Einstein? Dr. Einstein. My apologies, doctor. It's all relative. Anyway, he said something like, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Is that right? Does that ring a bell? Is that like in the ballpark? I'm sure it was much more refined and sharp, like glass, when he said it. But the whole point I'm trying to get is, I believe that this is whoever said it, I think it's an accurate statement. And if I'm going to try to shift up and actually get things done creatively, I have to be honest with myself and look at the past 5 years. I haven't done jack. I have a call coming in. What? My sister's calling me. Is this going to pick up on the line? I don't know. I'm going to answer. We're going to see what happens. Keep rolling, see what happens.